Hi everyone. Welcome back to If My Heart Had Wings, Flight Diary, Kanako's Route, Episode 3, where Akari is about to question Aoi about his supposed engagement with Kanako. So, in Episode 2, there were all these rumors about Kanako and Aoi being together, even going as far as being married. And it's because there's all these hints about Kanako acting differently, and maybe for Aoi as well. So one, Kanako is now dressing up as opposed to being in her underwear. And also, when she gets close to Aoi, she kind of, I'll say she hesitates, she feels uncomfortable, and makes an attempt to move away. And everyone, so all the boarders and Kotori and Asa and Yoru can pick up on it. And Aoi has tried his best to find some time to talk to Kanako about the problems, but Kanako always ends up moving away, and the timing happens to be wrong to the point where Aoi gets interrupted by something else. So first, let's see what Akari is going to do with Aoi. So what questions will she ask? Okay. So is it the thing about me and Kanako getting together? I'm sure that's yes. And a hint of relief crosses Akari's face. She nods. It would be easier for all of us if we got straight to the heart of the problem.
交際そのものにとやかく言うつもりはないわ。二人の中に口を出す筋合いなんて私にはないから。
Well, I know I should not intervene, but that doesn't give me the right to tell anyone how to live their lives.
私が聞きたいのはもっと別のことよ。
Akari closes the distance between her and me in one swift step. She is staring daggers at me. I start to tense up in spite of myself.
あなた、かなこさんに妊娠させたって本当？
So apparently the rumors have gotten even further to where, so we're gonna have a family together. Wait, so pregnant?
私が？さらには赤飯を炊いてみんなでお祝いしたというのはどういうことかしら？
Why you had that red rice Oseki Han to celebrate. Wait, from here I could see that Akari's shoulders are trembling with rage. She is so different from her usual calm and collected self. It is more than a little unnerving.
それってこの間のお赤飯のことですか？え、マジなの？
Hey, look, so we ate some Oseki Han a while ago. That much is true, but it has nothing to do with whatever crazy story you might have heard from other people. And I won't deny that I like Kanako, but we are not in that kind of relationship. Huh? Wait, so did Kanako tense up for a moment?
そうよ。そもそも葵くんとは付き合ってすらないもの。
That's right.
なら、どうしてこんな噂が立つの？誤解されるようなことがあったからでしょう。
Well, maybe so, but I have no idea what it could have been.
説明がめんどいな。
Kanako is willing to, under the Student Council President's interrogation. Well, in truth, I did suspect what the starting point of these rumors could have been, but without any evidence, it is hard to explain. And all I could do is ask Akari to take my and Kanako's word for it.
それは私が説明してあげる。この声は。
So who's the one who spilled all this truth? I turned in the direction that upbeat declaration had come from. Oh, so Kotori? So I did it. Wheeled by Yoru, Kotori arrives on the scene radiating confidence from every pore.
何か知っているみたいね、ハバネさん。
So what do you have to add, Habane-san?
へえ、すべてを掴んだわ。そこの二人に代わって真相を語ってあげる。どうして私まで。
So for Yoru, it's like, well, why am I in this? Kotori chuckles, clearly enjoying her moment. Yoru did not share her enthusiasm. They are like complete polar opposites who know what they are going to do next.
カナは妊娠なんてしてないわ。それはカナ本人を見ていればわかるはずよ。カナコさんをですか？
So how do you know?
へえ、だってカナのお腹は膨らんでないもの。つま
Well,
り妊娠はありえないわ。
that's a weak argument.
いやいや、たとえしてても時期的にありえないからそれ何の説明にもなってないって。
Okay?
もちろん根拠はこれだけじゃないわ。そもそも二人が付き合いだしたのはつい最近よ。
And that still is a weak argument.
イチャイチャとかラブラブとかしてたとしても妊娠するとは考えられないわ。イチャイチャとかラブラブね。
So a lovey couple, right?
してないってば、そんなこと。
Well, it's all false. Yeah, Kotori, if you are going to try to disprove the rumors, shouldn't you start with the relationship itself?
今さら照れなくてもいいじゃない。私たちは葵くんとカナを応援してるわよ。
But I kind of feel that you two are perfect together. Yeah, well, alright. Well, that's enough. Kanako and I are the only ones who know the truth. We are the ones who will tell you how it happened. And when she heard that, Kanako looks like she is going to jump out of her chair. However embarrassing this might be, the two of us, if we left it to Kotori, the story would only drift further from the truth. So Kotori is going to add embellished details to make it sound more exciting, more romantic, and it is not as if I had anything to hide. Better to get everything out in the open here and now and avoid any more confusion.
悪ふざけはその辺にしてください、鳥先輩。ここからは私が説明しますから。助手のあんたは黙ってなさいよ。これちょっと。
Hey, so I'm the detective.
はいはい、お疲れ様でした。あと勝手に助手にしないでください。
Well, I'm not your sidekick. Kotori reluctantly withdrew from the spotlight.
ようやく納得のいく説明をしてもらえそうね。
Okay, so now I want to hear a proper explanation.
さすがに見ていて気の毒になってきたので、今回の噂ですが。なるほど。噂は事実無根で、実際はかなこさんが水瀬くんの看病をしただけなのね。
Okay, so Yoru gave a proper explanation. So people heard about it from you and the story just got twisted along the way, huh?
そういうことです。じゃあ、納石班は何だったの？
But what about the Osekihan rice? So why do you serve it to Kanako and us?
あれは単に私が食べたかっただけよ。言わなかった？
Well, I felt like it.
紛らわしいわね。
Well, you know, so I don't think anyone else liked the oseki rice.
どんどん噂が広まるからどうしようかと思ったわよ。話すタイミングが見つからなかったんです。決してこの状況を楽しんでいたわけではないので。
Well, I find that hard to believe.
ただ、私もここまで噂が大きくなるとは考えてませんでした。
But then again, I
そこは
admit,
謝罪します。
so I admit that the story went wild and there were too many twists and it got exaggerated at the end. Yoru bows her head in apology. It is not often she accepted responsibility in like this.
でも、一番原因があるのはあなたたち二人だということを忘れないようにね。
But you know, you two could have done something to not let this go too out of control. Akari is not going to let us off easy. Well, you're right, I'm sorry.
はーい、反省してます。
And I don't think Kanako feels sorry for what happened.
とてもそうは見えないんだけど。
Because she's smiling and oh yeah. Well, I'm glad we finally cleared this up. So aren't you the same Kanako?
そうね。
Yeah, I guess. Huh? Wait, so why are you not happy about all this? Was something bothering her? Could there still be something lingering? So lingering questions that needed answering? And after seeing Akari off, I went back to my room and let out a heavy sigh. So at least we got Akari's suspicions cleared up. And on one hand, I'm relieved there would not be any more weird stories about me from here on out. But I also had this odd sense of frustration floating around somewhere in the back of my mind. Well, I'm glad we finally cleared things up. Aren't you, Kanako?
そうね。
So what's wrong, still? And groaning, I sank down onto my bed.
なんでかな。
Well, I should have been happy about this misunderstanding had been put to rest, but somehow I just could not settle down.
なんかモヤモヤする。
And whatever the feeling was, it is the first time in my life I experienced anything like this. So I'm sure I was happy that everything has come to an end, but I'm not sure about Kanako, so she does look kind of upset. So anyways, we are practically at the Soaring Club HQ by the time I noticed.
どうしたの？
And I left something behind.
忘れ物ってもしかして寮に。
So at the dorm, I nod. It is probably my room or in the dining hall or the cafeteria. Oh, I'm sorry, girls, so I'm going to have to head back, so go on ahead without me. Asa and Yoru would have probably arrived and started work already. I didn't want to keep them waiting or waste everyone else's time just because I made a dumb mistake.
了解。なるはやで戻ってくるのよ。
Okay, so hurry up. I won't take too much time.
お客さん？
Oh, it's only me. Kanako, having grabbed what I'd forgotten from my room, I hurried to leave, but then Kanako appears. And this time, Kanako is in her underwear. So she had her clothes bunched up under the arm. She must have just got out of the bath. And it is the first time I've seen her in her underwear for a while. I don't know where to look.
あれ、葵くん？なんで今日はこんなに早いの？
So weren't you supposed to be at the soaring club with the others? So why do you come here early? Oh, I left something behind by accident. I just came back to get it. And how about you? So what's with the... Kako seems to finally realize what she is wearing, or not wearing, as the case may be. And a short sigh escapes her. Also escapes me. And I know you are sensitive to the heat, but it'd be nice if you could keep your clothes on while you are in the communal areas. So the hallway, the stairs, the dining hall, and...
ごめんね。ちゃんと服着るわ。
So basically places where other people will visit or go to. And wouldn't want anyone getting the wrong idea, especially so soon after we Kanako shook out her clothes and started covering herself on there, and then her face is flushing more and more red, as if heated by some inner flame.
ほら、お風呂上がりだったからさ。ねえ、あんまり目くじら立てずに見逃して。ちょっと待ってね。すぐ来ちゃうから。
Okay, don't worry. So I'll get dressed right away. So don't worry. Wait, so what's with the rush? And she's getting more and more flustered every second. Hey, wait, don't get chased out here. Go back to your room.
なんでよ。
So it's worse if you change in a public area or a communal area. I'm staying right here, and what if someone else walks in on us? And not only that, but Kanako is in such a rush, her chest is bouncing all over the place. And somehow watching her put clothes on felt more aged than any amount of exposed flesh could. Okay, so now Kanako is dressed, and for a moment I could have sworn I actually saw smoke rising from her head, but eventually she is fully dressed. And our eyes meet, and Kanako smiles through her embarrassment. Okay, so nothing to see, nothing special.
気をつけるからさ。今回は見逃して。
And will you let me off the hook this time? Okay, just this once. I smiled to you, and we lapsed back into silence.
それで、何忘れたの？
Oh, so a piloting manual. I thought it might come in handy for studying the controls and stuff.
へえ、そんな本とかもあるんだ。
Well, it's a good place to start. And it's pretty cool. It's easy to follow. I flipped the book open as if to turn an interesting passage, do my best to look casual. My heart is beating like crazy, but I imagine to stop the excitement from showing on my face. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm glad Kanako and I felt comfortable enough to be around each other like normal again. And it's just she is so casual about everything. I wonder if she even registers me as a guy in her mind. Kanako looks a little confused at my reaction, and I did not blame her. So the rumors about us may just have died down, but the slight awkwardness between us still had not gone away. So he still remembers about that event in the beginning. I figure now is the time to force the issue. So, Kanako? If you know anything about the day I was sick, I'd be really grateful if you could tell me about this. So, I forgot. What is it? My whole memory of that day is kind of fuzzy. It's been bothering me for a while. And he started acting a little strange after that day. So, if I said anything or did anything bad, please, so just let me know so I can make it right or fix it. So, well, wait a minute. So I don't know why Kanako says you're imagining it. And then why won't you look at me in the eye anymore? And even how she is trying to run away again, I block her escape route and she jerks away. Well, I'm not letting you weasel out of this. Oh, by the way, so you said that so the Soren Club is currently active, so shouldn't you go back to that instead? Well, that can wait. So this is more important. So it's my rare chance to talk to you. Well, it's over. Well, Kanako, please. So stop hiding or covering up. And I brought my face right up close to hers. Her eyes went wide in surprise, but she stays put. Okay, so I'll explain. She held both hands to surrender. So okay, I give in. Sure. So we both settled down on the chairs in the lobby. Okay, so you don't remember anything either? Well, all I did was stay quiet. Kanako smiles. Apologetically, I could not really blame her. And I guess we are both in the same boat. Well, I wish you would at least tell me this much, though. So why all the secrecy? Well, you say that, but you are obviously just as bothered by this as me, so you don't even say anything and you just run off. And things between us probably wouldn't have stayed the same before otherwise. Kanako, grimaced slightly. I must have been right on the mark. She sighed and hung her head dejectedly. Well, not necessarily. You never know when something might jog a memory. Well, let's agree to sit down and talk about this, if that ever does happen. And it sounds like a totally reasonable suggestion to me, but Kanako had to think about it for a while.
そうした方が良さそうね。このままにしておくのも気持ち悪いし。
Okay, I guess you're right. Why not? Even with everything out in the open, I still feel like we had not put this issue to rest yet. I mostly trusted my own sense of decency, but if it turned out something had happened, I need to be prepared to take responsibility. Yes, so responsibility. And how would I do that exactly? My options are pretty limited. And Kanako and I would have to start going out. At the very least, Kotori and the others would probably try to push us in that direction too. And I could feel my face going red just thinking about this. Kanako gives me a suspicious glance. Well, you wouldn't, let's see, flake out and say, well, it's too much trouble again, right?
ええ、葵くんもね。
I won't. Well, that's fair, so I'll be careful. Kanako laughs and my heart starts racing again. And this could be bad. I could not let myself get excited over this or nothing. And right then my phone starts to ring. And I'm sure we know who it is. Okay, so from Ageha. Hello?
ちょっと葵、今どこにいるのよ。
So we told you to hurry up. So what's taking you so long? I'm sorry. Well, I'm still at the dorm. I'll leave right now.
全速力で来て。ちょっとトラブっちゃって、葵の手が必要なの。
Well, we need your help over here right now. Wait, trouble?
あ、朝ちゃんと夜ちゃんが。
Between Asa and Yoru-chan. Wait. So, a conflict. And for some reason, they want Aoi to resolve this conflict. The air hung heavy between the two sisters. The other girls looked uncomfortable too. Each and every one of them looked completely at a loss for what to do or say. Asa and Yoru had been getting into more quarrels or arguments lately. But it seemed like this one blew all the rest out of the water. So it's to the point where they're not talking to each other, and I come running as soon as I got the word from Ageha. The atmosphere here felt much worse than I could have imagined. Asa had flown into a rage and laid into her sister with a stream of insults. And Yoru had acted like she could not hear a thing and just let Asa's criticism wash right over her. I managed to calm them down a little, but it's not exactly a productive atmosphere we had going on. We had to suspend all club activities while we got each sister's side of the story. So what are you two fighting about? So what's with this big argument?
夜ちゃんのせいです。
Her fault.
姉さんがわからず屋のせいでしょ。
No, it's your fault.
わからず屋なのは夜ちゃんの方だもん。
Well, cut it out, you two, so keep cool. And sparks are starting to fly again already. I hasten to separate the two of them.
どうして夜ちゃんは私が資格を取ることに反対するの？
Oh, so why do you not want me to get my license?
反対なんてしてないわ。でも、姉さんが取る必要なんてないじゃない。
Wait, license? Oh, so does that mean what I think it does? I look to Kotori and Ageha for confirmation, and they both nod.
朝ちゃん、グライダーの資格を取りたいんだって。
True? Asa? Asa nods.
私だってソアリング部の一員です。もっと皆さんの役に立ちたいんです。朝の気持ちはすごい嬉しかったし、私は応援したかったんだけど、それなのに風と妹が朝に文句をつけて。
So why does Yoru object to this?
人聞きの悪い言い方しないでください。私はそんな慌てなくてもいいと言ってるんです。
Well, I didn't say no. I said not to rush things too quickly.
だって資格なんてなくても姉さんはもう十二分に役に立ってるじゃない。それは。
Sasa looks over at me for a second.
こらこら、そこで自信なさげな顔しないの。本当に助かってるんだから。朝ちゃんが手伝ってくれなかったら今よりももっと作業が遅れちゃってただろうし。
And not only that, we could not even have brought back the soaring club without you.
そういうわけよ。だからもっと胸を張りなさいって。
So don't be upset.
はい。
Okay. Kotori's praise seems to get through to Asa.
有資格者も相手の都合に合わせて作業スケジュールを組めば問題ないはずよ。いざとなったら天音先輩もいるんだし。
Well, I don't know if that's a good idea. Well, sure. Well, I guess it's okay to ask Amane for advice now and then.
それに資格なんて取らなくても姉さんも私も。夜ちゃん？なんでもないわ。
So Yoru clams up and starts to talk. And she cleared her throat and tried to steer the conversation back on track.
とにかく今は期待のことを優先した方がいいんじゃないと思ったの。
Asa's only response to her sister's well-reasoned argument is a low growl. And Kotori is also silently chewing over Yoru's argument. And what about Kanako? And when did Kanako get here? I could see her in the shadows of the entrance, sneaking glances in my direction. Our eyes meet and she gives me a resigned smile.
喉乾いた。ありゃ？みんなしてそんな難しい顔しちゃってどうしたの？
Oh, I understand now. So she's been wanting her chance to make an entrance. Or waiting.
ねえ、何があったの？
Well, and that's about it.
なるほどね。
Okay, I get it. I finished giving Kanako a rundown of the situation. And with Asa and Yoru still upset at each other. So as for Yoru and Asa, they are both sulking now, facing away from each other. Kanako looks from one to the other and smirks.
ソアリング部のみんなって本当にどんなことにも一生懸命だね。
Well, aren't you always doing your best anyways? Her smirk changes into a full, good-hearted smile, and you can tell this is her way of trying to help.
でも、もう少し肩の力抜いてみてもいいんじゃない？
So, huh? Wait. and that got their attention. Asa and Yoru are looking at Kanako as if she started speaking in tongues.
突っ走ることも必要だけど、周りが見えなくなるのは怖いわよ。楽はできる時にしとくべきよ。肝心なところでつまずいたりしたら元も子もないんだから。
So it is good to take a break once in a while because you'll burn out. And the Soaring Club won't be fun anymore. Kanako starts easing the tension out of the situation like it is the most natural thing in the world. Kotori, Ageha, and I are staring at her too now. And she finally notices how many people's gazes are focused on her. And that probably puts some pressure on her, but she tried her best to shrug it off. Well, it's nothing much.
まあ、私が言うなって話なんだけどね。
Well, I think I get what Kanako means.
どういうこと？
Well, basically, I think we've let Asa take on too much of her own. So she worked just as hard, harder even than all of us. And because she never complained, we started taking her efforts for granted. And as one of the older club members, I should have shown her more consideration, but I had not noticed until Kanako pointed it out. And would Asa have kept on working all alone with until she collapsed from exhaustion? And the thought of what might have happened sent a chill down my spine. So I guess Kanako knows these two better than me. And she's seen the signs of stress when the rest of us missed it. Well, our real challenges are only just beginning. We've got to take things slow and steady. And also, so try to think less about how you can be useful to the club and more on what you're actually interested in doing.
わかりました。
Well, I understand.
私の話は聞かなかったのに、どうして葵先輩の言葉は簡単に受け入れるのよ。
So how come you are not listening to me? And I ignored the jealous stare Yoru shot at me and gave Asa a gentle pat on her head. So, if there is one problem, it's that Yoru is being too bossy on Asa. So, Yoru's telling Asa what is best for her and what she should do. And it's like, well, I think you should not be worried about your license yet. So, you should be working on some of the more useful things in the club. And on top of that, Yoru's not even a member of the Soaring Club. So, pretty much, she has no right to dictate what the Soaring Club should do. So anyways, it didn't feel like we are doing or going to get anything else done today, so everyone headed back to the dorm and then their own rooms. And Kanako? I called Kanako back before she could leave. I need to properly thank her for helping reconcile Yoru and Asa. And for some reason, though she looks less than chipper now that the moment had passed.
なんか、ごめんね。
I'm sorry. For what? There you go. For what?
まあ、余計なことしちゃったなって。
Well, I too am not part of the Soaring Club and I kind of poked my nose in. She smiles awkwardly. I could not let her stay like this. I shook my head empathetically. No. That's not true at all. I am a little surprised at first, but I'm really glad you stepped in to help. So you were able to resolve the tension between Asa and Yoru.
嬉しい?
Wait, so you're happy? She blinks in confusion. Yes, so it shows how close you've gotten to those two. And it feels like you are really part of the group now. So yeah, it really makes me happy.
本当に? ちょっとうざいなとか思ったりしなかった?
So you don't think I was being too nosy? Well, of course not.
そっか。だったらいいんだけどね。
Well, I guess that's good. Kanako puts a hand over her heart, looking, let's see, all kinds of relieved. Her smile has relaxed into something more natural. And seeing her like this, my pulse starts to race again.
やっちゃったな。
Well, I only got gone along to watch now things or how things played out, but I just had to open my big mouth. And before I know it, everyone is looking at me.
でも
So what's wrong still? Aoi says it made him happy. I had not been expecting him to say this, and I felt something like relief with a pinch of happiness mixed in. So for Aoi-kun.
葵くんならいいのかな?
Well, if it's Aoi-kun, then maybe... Okay, so it's the next day. So even though Kanako feels upset for poking in, the big objective is that she was able to break up the fight. And I'm sure everyone, so also Kotori and Agi are happy for Kanako coming in to help. So I wonder how Kanako feels now this morning. Okay, so there we go. So all the prep is done. So what's next? So I've been a little too reliant on miso lately. So today I had to make some, let's see, osumashi soup instead.
おはよ
Oh, good morning.
う。いい匂い。今日の朝ごはんは何？
So what's for breakfast today? Well, I went all out with some classic Japanese dishes. I tried some salmon in sesame oil, seasoned it with ponzu sauce and, let's see, negi, and served it with white rice, mitsuba, parley, and natto, so bread. And on top of that, I threw together some leftovers into a salad with, let's see, abarage and mizuma greens. And all I need to do now is to dress some spinach and sprinkle on some sesame seeds, and then try some eggs, and it would be all ready to go.
おほどれどれ
Whoa. Hey, well, give me some warning before you come swooping in. Sheesh.
まあまあ、固いこと言わない。
Wow, so a smile that cute should be illegal. It made me feel like nothing else mattered.
ふんふん。手慣れたものね。
Kanako tucks some loose strands of hair behind her ear and nods in approval. That's an interesting reaction. And I found myself entranced by her movements. A sweet aroma drifted into my nostrils. Hey, well, I've got to light the stove, so do you mind staying back a little?
Hi.
Okay then. Oh, phew. So I'll use that as an excuse to get Kanako to step away. I felt the tension going out of my shoulders as Kanako moved away. Okay, so that's better. And the distance between her and me had closed over the last few days, both emotionally and physically. And I'm happy I got to see that lively smile of hers again, even if she is a tad overly relaxed now. And once again, I found myself wondering if she ever considered me as a guy after all. And now Kotori is awake.
Kotori. Hat 先輩もおはようっす。
And also good morning to you too, Hat Senpai. Good morning, says Hat. Here, so drink this. It might help you wake up. I handed Kotori her usual coffee with a dash of milk and sugar.
ありがとう。
Thanks. Well, help yourself to some too, Kanako.
あ、サンキュー。苦い。でも、目が覚めるわ。
Well, it's good.
ねえねえ、今日も部活あるんでしょ？私もついてっていい？
So, can I join?
構わないわよ。そんなにあの秘密基地が気に入った？
So, you like our secret base, right?
もう、そんなとこ。
Well, maybe she is still worried about Asa and Yoru. So, she's worried that they will get into another fight. And it's the first time we've seen those two get into a fight that fierce. It's unsettling, considering how close they usually are.
まあいいわ。戦力が増えるのは喜ばしいことだし。
Well, more numbers help, so the more the merrier. Well, right. So we could use an extra hand or two. And the glider parts we asked Tatsuya for are finally getting delivered today.
やっぱり次の機会ということで。
Okay then, I guess I will. Wait, so will she go or she'll pass?
ダメ。
And so we recruited a strong and reliable new worker. Okay, so it's now night. Woo! That was a day. I took a break and sat back from my desk. As I was working on my stiff neck back and forth, I hear a chiming sound. I glance at the clock. The day had really flown by. I've been sitting in the same position nearly 2 hours solid. So maybe homework? Well, no wonder I'm feeling sore. And I'm so close, though. Okay, so I think someone knocked on his door. And who could it be at this hour?
こんばんは。
Kanako. Wait, Kanako, so what are you doing? So, it's late.
ちょっとだけいい？
Well, sure. Well, is something bothering you?
私ね。やっぱり気になって仕方ないの。
So what is it? And thinking about it, did Kanako remember something from that day?
ねえ、葵くん。お願い、あの時読ませてくれた漫画貸して。
Oh, so I want to read more of that manga that you lent me. Wait, so you did?
ほら、看病してた時に漫画借りてたでしょ。すごいいいとこで止まっちゃってたから気になってしょうがなくて。
So I just wanted to read the rest. Wait, so is that all? You had me worried for a moment there. Well, technically, if it's not... So it's not even mine. I just borrowed it from Agaha. It's all on the shelf over there.
了解。
Okay then. Kanako bounds over to the bookshelf, brimming with excitement. She must have really been looking forward to reading the series.
ところで、さっきから何やってるの？
Well, just putting together some stuff for the Soaring Club. Oh, so plans. And with some encouragement from Yoru, I started summarizing what we had achieved and drawing up a provisional schedule for future activities. And having something like this on hand would be a big help. And I'm surprised I had not thought of this or making one sooner.
こんな遅くまで頑張るね、葵くんは。
Well, good luck, Aoi-kun. Yes. And Kanako put her hands on my shoulder and leaps over to look at my PC. So her moist hair touches my cheek. Her face is right next to mine. And the smell of whatever soap she'd been using still clung enticingly to her skin. Hey, wait, so you're a little close.
はいはい、お邪魔さま。
Oops. And I let out a cry as I felt something cold press against me. I look up and saw Kanako's smirking, holding out a can of iced coffee.
それ、差し入れ。あんまし無理しないようにね。
So here you go. Well, thanks. So don't worry about it. I won't. I'll call it a night as soon as I reach a good cutoff point. So I don't need coffee to help me stay awake. So I'll be done and I will go to sleep at the right time.
ならばよし。次倒れたりしても看病してあげないわよ。
Well, if you're going to get sick again, I won't nurse you back to health the second time. Okay, that's fair. Well, I'll be careful.
そいじゃあね。
So, I'll see you tomorrow. She smiles one last time before leaving, before putting the can into my hand. Well, I never pegged her as this much of a night owl. And grabbing all these comics this late in the day would leave a lot of time to actually read. Or maybe she only wanted to see me. Well, nah, it couldn't be. Well, I need to get over myself. I couldn't help so speculating. So Kanako is on my mind a lot lately. And I found myself thinking about her more and more often. So, Kanako. Okay, so that should do it for tonight. I am not going to get any more work done with the way I am feeling. Okay, so now it's the next day.
留守番頼んだわよ、カナ。よろしくお願いします。はいはい。そっちも怪我とかしないようにね。
Okay, so once everyone leaves, the atmosphere in the dorm settles down and becomes a lot quieter.
今日は私一人か。
So no school, Aoi and the others are away enjoying some soaring club activities. And Yoru has some other matter she needed to attend to, and Sanai's group is out making most of their day off.
さーて、私はどうしよっかな。
So what should I do? I'd be able to take it easy today. I didn't have any tests I need to study. But there isn't anything I wanted to do though.
そういえば洗濯物が溜まってたっけ？
So maybe laundry? I always said he's planning to do it all tomorrow. And so, but the weather is so ideal, it'd be a waste to wait until then. Who knows when we get or the next sunny day like this, or we'll get a sunny day like this, and may as well strip off what I'm wearing too. So I like to be in my underwear.
どうせだし、全部まとめてやっちゃいますか。よっと。
Okay, so it looks like Kanako is going to do laundry, and I'll leave the rest to the next episode. So I'm not really sure how it's going between Kanako and Aoi, and it's still hard to tell at this point whether or not Kanako has feelings for Aoi and vice versa. But we can see that despite Kanako being kind of strange, loving to be in her underwear, she is good at resolving conflicts. So the big conflict between Asa and Yoru, and, well, from the original If I Had Wings, she did kind of help resolve the Soaring Club when it was about to be shut down by Akari for lack of members. So when the Soaring Club was revived thanks to Kotori, Kanako kind of clinged to Akari's like, well, you know, you kind of had some feelings for the club as well, so don't deny it. But anyways, we'll see how all this comes down next time.